Hello everyone, I'm Dragons After Dark, and today we will be taking our first look at the tamer Patchu in the new Dragonflight expansion. Patchu can be found in Iskara in the Azure Span, and even though that is right next to a flight point, they will be right about here. Patchu is one of 8 tamers we will be seeing in the new expansion. There may be more once we get closer. I have a feeling that these 8 are going to be it, and Patchu will be as close to one of the more classic tamers that we are used to seeing. I believe they are the only one we have so far that has 3 pets, and all of them are epic quality. My team for you today is going to be the Cursed Vermin, the Blight Breath, and then you can probably put a leveling pet in slot 3. It is going to need to be something that can withstand a Thunderbolt attack. I have this team set up for people who would like to use a leveling pet. I'm pretty sure you should be able to manage it. However, it can also just be used as a regular just get the world quest done strategy, and if you would like that, you can also put in an elemental in slot 3. I've got the Fell Flame in here to clean up because I'm personally not going to use the Dragonflight tamers as leveling fights, mostly because they are available 24/7, which means we can repeat them and do them at any point in time that we like. And on the flip side of that convenience, we have their experience to our battle pets from those fights being kind of hot garbage. So this is going to be my team. Let's go ahead and get started. As you can see here, Patchu's team is kind of a quintessential team for the first 2 pets that you might see on some of the older strategies floating around. Also, something you might see come up in Pet Battle PvP. The Anubisath Idol has Crush, Sandstorm, and Deflection, pretty typical moveset for them. The Mechanical Pandaren Dragonling has Breath, Thunderbolt, and Decoy, also pretty typical for them. Now the final pet is kind of a collecting flex. They've got the Spectral Tiger Cub, which is on the rarer side, so Patchu's, flexing a little bit here with her pet choices. And that one will have Rend, Evanescence, and Leap. As of right now, the 3rd pet is only using Leap. My strategy, it doesn't matter what the 3rd pet's doing because the 3rd pet never gets to come in. However, for those of you making strategies for this, just be aware that I'm pretty sure the 3rd pet right now is broken and they're only using Leap. I will be putting in a bug report about that. I'm not sure if they will see it, if it'll get fixed. You know how it goes for pet battles. Let's go ahead and get started. We are going to open with Prowl because they open with Deflection. And in our 1-2 combo for Prowl called Darkness, Anubisath Idol is taken care of. Now when the Pandaren Dragonling comes in, they are going to use Decoy first, and we're going to take that opportunity to switch to our Blight Breath. My Blight Breath is the health speed version. I don't think it's going to matter all that much here, mostly because it's an undead and they're going to get to do all of their attacks anyway. If you'd prefer to have the speedier version, I prefer to have the speedier version just because even if it doesn't matter, I still like being faster than the enemy in case anything, weird happens. That's neither here or there. We're going to go ahead and start. We're going to use Acid Rain first because 1 round of Acid Rain will kill both of their decoys. And then we are going to Dreadful Breath for the next 6 rounds. Okay, so amendment to my statement, your leveling pet will need to be able to take maybe two Thunderbolt hits. Yeah, 2 Thunderbolt hits. So I'm not sure if that's going to make it worth it for you or not, because it's not something you could probably ever bring in a level 1 pet for. We are going to go ahead and Dreadful Breath here, and that will take care of the Spectral Tiger Cub, so they never come in. This kills us, and the Pandaren Dragonling dies. This might be where it's nice to have the, I don't know, the speed, but at the same time, if you're slower, you're going to take out one of the decoy hits, which means if you bring in your Cursed Vermin, it wouldn't take as much to take the decoy down because it is going to block 2 attacks, but you are taking weak damage. It's one of those give and take things. Or you can bring in the Fell Flame if you chose not to do a leveling strategy and finish cleaning up. I've got Immolation to put that on, and then Burn. And I mean, they're gonna go down in 1 hit once Decoy's over with at this point because we were faster. If we were slower, we would have to do 1 attack and then 2 attacks. So it works out to probably 3 more attacks either way if you bring in your elemental pet. It's really up to you. If you do want to use this as a leveling strategy, this would be where you would bring your leveling pet in, and then of course you'd swap back out to the Cursed Vermin. So just to give you an idea of what that would look like, we're going to bring in the Fell Flame, we're going to swap to the Cursed Vermin, and we are taking weak damage, but again, this is one of those, I don't know if you're going to want to do it, and we might even end up taking a 3rd Thunderbolt hit here. Okay, we're not. Ooh, very close to dying though. I would not be comfortable making this a leveling strategy. You would need to have something high enough level that could come in and clean up. You'd also need to have something that's a high enough level to take 2 Thunderbolt hits. So I will leave it up to the discretion of the people utilizing this strategy, what they want to do. I will probably only put the general strategy up with my suggestions in the comments for people, or in the description on Zufus, for people who want to use this as a leveling strategy. Again, completely up to your discretion. I do have another strategy that I've got up on Wowhead right now. I'm probably going to add this one as well, just as an alternative option, because a lot of people have the Feline Familiar for other strategies. Blight Breath in general is super cheap to get because of all the people running ICC to try and get invincible, and they've got all these spare Blight Breaths that they don't know what to do with. I do not have any of the family fights done for this tamer for 2 reasons. One, again, they are the most like the atypical tamer we are going to see out in other parts of the world, so their fight will be the most complicated to do family fights for. And 2, as I stated before, the final pet has some kind of bug, I'm guessing, in their priority coding with their abilities, in that they're only using leap, and I don't think that's intended, and I don't want to go through and make 10 family strategies and then have to change them up in some drastic way because they finally got the last pet to use Evanescence and Rend and everything. So I'm gonna put a hold on that. I'm probably gonna wait. I'll probably do some testing with the first couple pets for all the families just to see what we can do. As you can see, the undead ones, like, bing bam done. I've already got 2 undead pets in the first slot, and they take care of the backline, so that one's pretty much already made. For the other ones, I'm gonna wait. maybe test out the first 2 pets, maybe see if I can do something like this with all of the strategies, and then we don't even have to worry about the backline pet. But that's going to be testing for another day. And that will be it for me tonight. What do you think of the fight? Do you think it looks pretty cool? Do you think it was kind of funny that this is the master pet trainer and they have an Anubisath idol and a mechanical Pandaren Dragonling on their team? I thought that was pretty funny, personally. And then of course you've got the pet flex in slot number 3. Let me know what you think of it. If you think this is still too easy, or if you're kind of liking the more chill aspect that has been brought to pet battles so far. I'm not going to lie, Shadowlands was sort of a disappointment for me. I did not have a lot of fun with those battles. I still have fights that I don't have strategies for, so I'm kind of enjoying the more chill atmosphere for this expansion. I think it's definitely new pet battle player friendlier than past expansions, or at least the last probably 3 expansions. Much friendlier. I think it's a good start for people who have been playing the game and maybe want to get into it. People who are just starting the game and this is going to be their introduction to pet battles. I think these fights are really good for that, and getting the world quest done quickly. And then of course past really difficult content will always be there for people to go back and do it. And maybe we'll kind of see a Mage Tower thing here where you've got the regular PvE content that's chill, not too difficult, but then we're gonna have challenge modes. I know they said they're not doing dungeons right now, but maybe we'll see the two sides of that come into play here, full circle. Reel them in with the easy stuff and then make them really crave the challenges later on once they get their pet collecting boots on, so to speak. That will be it from me. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day or night, depending on where you are in the world. And until next time, everyone, happy battling!